Remarks by President Biden and President William Ruto of the Republic of Kenya in joint press conference. In a highly anticipated event, President Joe Biden and President William Ruto of Kenya stood side by side, addressing the press and the world in a joint press conference. This gathering was not just a display of diplomatic ties, but also a testament to the strong partnership between the United States and Kenya. The conference covered a range of critical issues, from economic collaboration to security and environmental initiatives. Let's delve into the highlights of this significant event. Opening statements. President Biden's welcome. President Biden began the press conference with a warm welcome to President Ruto and his delegation. He expressed his admiration for Kenya's progress and resilience, highlighting the long-standing friendship between the two nations. Biden emphasized the importance of this meeting in strengthening bilateral relations. And working together on global challenges. President Ruto's gratitude. President Ruto reciprocated with heartfelt gratitude. Thanking President Biden for the warm reception. He acknowledged the United States' support in various sectors. Particularly in health, education, and security. Ruto emphasized Kenya's commitment to enhancing cooperation with the U.S., aiming for mutual growth and prosperity. Key topics addressed economic collaboration trade agreements. One of the primary focuses of the press conference was the economic collaboration between the U.S. and Kenya. President Biden announced new trade agreements designed to boost economic growth and create jobs in both countries. These agreements aim to reduce trade barriers, making it easier for American and Kenyan businesses to collaborate and thrive. Investment opportunities. President Ruto highlighted the investment opportunities in Kenya, inviting American investors to explore the diverse sectors in his country. He assured them of Kenya's stable economic environment and supportive policies. The discussion also touched on technology transfer and innovation, areas where both nations can greatly benefit from each other's expertise. Security cooperation, counterterrorism efforts. Security was another critical topic, with both leaders acknowledging the need for robust counterterrorism efforts. President Biden praised Kenya's role in promoting regional stability and combating extremist groups. He pledged continued U.S. support in providing intelligence, training, and resources to Kenyan security forces. Military training and support. President Ruto expressed his appreciation for the military training and support provided by the U.S. He emphasized the importance of this cooperation in enhancing Kenya's defense capabilities. The leaders agreed on the need for ongoing joint exercises and strategic planning to address emerging security threats. Environmental initiatives, climate change actions. The discussion on environmental initiatives showcased the shared commitment to tackling climate change. President Biden reaffirmed the U.S.'s dedication to reducing carbon emissions and supporting sustainable development projects in Kenya. He highlighted joint efforts in renewable energy and conservation programs. Wildlife conservation. President Ruto spoke passionately about wildlife conservation, an area where Kenya has made significant strides. He urged for greater international collaboration to protect endangered species and combat illegal wildlife trade. Biden echoed this sentiment, emphasizing the global responsibility to preserve natural heritage. Highlights from the Q&A session: questions on trade policies. During the Q&A session, journalists raised questions about the specifics of the new trade policies. Both presidents elaborated on the measures being taken to ensure fair trade practices and the expected benefits for small and medium enterprises. Security concerns, particularly about terrorism, were also addressed. President Biden reassured that the U.S. would continue to stand by Kenya in its fight against terrorism. President Ruto discussed the proactive steps Kenya is taking to secure its borders and safeguard its citizens. Environmental commitments. Environmental commitments were a hot topic, with both leaders outlining their country's plans to combat climate change. Questions about funding and international cooperation were answered, with a clear message of unity and shared responsibility. Personal reflections from the leaders. President Biden's perspective. President Biden reflected on the historical ties between the U.S. and Kenya, recalling previous partnerships and successes. He expressed optimism about the future, emphasizing the potential for even stronger collaboration in various fields. President Ruto's vision for Kenya. President Ruto shared his vision for Kenya's future, focusing on innovation, sustainability, and inclusive growth. He highlighted the role of youth and women in driving the country's development, and the importance of international partnerships in achieving these goals. Conclusion. The joint press conference between President Biden and President Ruto was a powerful demonstration of international cooperation and mutual respect. The discussions covered crucial areas that will shape the future of U.S.-Kenya relations, including economic collaboration, security cooperation, and environmental initiatives. Both leaders expressed their commitment to working together for the benefit of their countries. And the global community. My opinion on the press conference. As an African, I watched the joint press conference between President Joe Biden and President William Ruto with a sense of pride and optimism. The dialogue between these two leaders illuminated the strong bond that exists between the United States and Kenya, a relationship that holds immense potential for the future of Africa. It was heartening to see both presidents address crucial issues such as economic collaboration, security, and environmental initiatives, all of which are pivotal for the continent's growth and development. The emphasis on trade agreements and investment opportunities was particularly significant. Africa's economic future relies heavily on such partnerships that can spur growth, create jobs, and foster innovation. President Ruto's invitation to American investors to explore Kenya's diverse sectors, supported by President Biden's commitment to reducing trade barriers, signals a promising path forward. This approach not only benefits Kenya but also sets a precedent for other African nations looking to attract foreign investment and boost their economies. Security cooperation between the U.S. and Kenya also struck a chord. The threat of terrorism is a persistent challenge in many parts of Africa, and the support of a powerful ally like the United States is invaluable. The continued provision of intelligence, training, and resources to Kenyan security forces demonstrates a commitment to regional stability. That can have a ripple effect across the continent. Moreover, the discussion on environmental initiatives was a breath of fresh air. Africa, with its rich biodiversity and natural resources, faces significant threats from climate change and environmental degradation. The joint efforts in renewable energy and conservation between the U.S. and Kenya are steps in the right direction, highlighting a shared responsibility to protect our planet for future generations. The time is ripe for us as Africans to seize the opportunities that such international collaborations present. Let's support our leaders in fostering these partnerships and take an active role in our continent's development. Whether it's through entrepreneurship, innovation, or community activism, we all have a part to play in shaping Africa's future. I urge our governments to continue pursuing these diplomatic ties, ensuring that the benefits reach every corner of our societies. Let us hold them accountable for implementing policies that truly serve the interests of our people. As citizens, we must stay informed, engaged, and proactive in the ongoing dialogue about our continent's place in the global arena. Together, we can harness the power of these international partnerships to build a prosperous, secure, and sustainable Africa. The path ahead is challenging. But with unity and determination, we can achieve remarkable progress. Let's commit to this journey and work towards a brighter future for all Africans.